Hello and welcome to Online Cookery with Kate and Amelia.
Today we're going to be making vegetarian lasagna, and instead of the usual beef we're going to replace it with lentils and finely chopped vegetables. It's a really good value dish for the whole family.
Great, let's get started.
For this recipe you will need 3 carrots, an onion, 1 leek, a vegetable stock cube, 3 cloves of garlic, some margarine, some cooking oil, tomato puree, chopped tomatoes with chilli, plain flour, a tin of lentils, lasagna pasta, grated cheese and milk.
I'm going to start by preparing the vegetables. Please do be careful with sharp knives when you're cooking with children. Today I'm using 3 carrots and a leek, but you can use almost any vegetable you like. The main thing is that it's chopped very nice and small, and that does make it easier to eat for young children as well. Today I'm actually going to be grating the carrots. So for the onion, I've chopped both ends off and peeled it, and now it's very helpful to place it cut side down on the chopping board to stop it sliding around. For the garlic, take the bulb and break it apart, and then you want 3 of the cloves. These need to be peeled and then chopped really finely. For the carrots, I'm going to cut both ends off, peel them and then grate them. With the carrot, if you don't want to grate it, it's just as good chopped into very small pieces. Now for the leek, it's important that it gets washed because it can sometimes be a bit gritty in the layers of it. So first of all, chop off the root and the top part, take off the outer bit, and then cut it in half lengthways and chop it very finely, and then give it a good wash. So now I'm going to make up the vegetable mixture. I put about a tablespoon of oil in the bottom of a frying pan, and I'm going to add the onions and garlic and fry them for about 5 minutes until they're soft. Now I'm ready to add the finely chopped leek and the grated carrot. Cook those for another 5 minutes or so. Now all you need to do is simply add the lentils. I've drained and rinsed these. The carton of tomatoes and chilli. Got a small amount of stock. It's about 200 millilitres made up from a stock cube and boiling water. You probably don't need to add quite all of that. See how you go. And finally, a good dollop of tomato puree, about a tablespoonful. Leave that to simmer for 10 to 15 minutes while you make the cheese sauce. For the cheese sauce, I'm using what's called the all-in-one method, which is a really great way of making sure you have a really smooth sauce with no lumps in it. The important thing is to give it a really good stir all the time while you're making it. I'm using a little whisk, but you could use a wooden spoon. So I've got a pint of milk, 25 grams of margarine, and 25 grams of plain flour. Use the whisk or the wooden spoon to get right into the corners of the pan and stir well over a medium heat for about 5 minutes until it starts to thicken. The sauce is now really nice and smooth, and it's time to add the cheese. I've got 125 grams of cheese here. I don't want to add it all at once because I want some for the top of the lasagna, so I'm going to add about 2/3. Turn the heat down to low and then stir for another couple of minutes until all the cheese is melted in. Now I'm ready to make up the lasagna. I've put the oven on 180 degrees or 160 fan, gas mark 4. And you want to build up the lasagna in layers, starting with the vegetable mixture, then the pasta, then the cheese sauce, and then repeat it. Spread the cheese sauce so it covers all of the pasta and there are no edges left exposed. Finally, sprinkle the rest of the grated cheese on top and put it in the oven for about 45 minutes to cook.